President Sisi reviews the progress on civil aviation development and modernization of the airport infrastructure. Prime Minister Madbouli holds a meeting to ensure the availability of reserves of goods and products. And Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati reaffirms Egypt's support for Syria's sovereignty and stability. You're watching Q News, and these are the latest updates from Egypt. I'm Hani Saif, and we'll start off on the latest developments. Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has met with Minister of Civil Aviation, Sameh al-Hifni, Minister of State for Military Production, Mohammed Salah al-Din, the Armed Forces Financial Affairs Authority, Lieutenant General Ahmed al-Shazli, Head of the Armed Forces Engineering Authority, Major General Ahmed al-Azizi, and Acting Chairman of the Board of Directors of Egypt Air Services Company, Suhair Abdullah. President Sisi explained that he was briefed on the progress of developing the civil aviation system, including air navigation, the aircraft fleet, airports, and human resources development. The meeting also covered a follow-up on the Egyptian Aviation Development Program with a focus on modernizing the airport infrastructure. Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdulati reaffirmed Egypt's stance in supporting the Syrian state, respecting its sovereignty and maintaining the unity and territorial integrity of its land. He emphasized the importance of regional and international efforts to restore stability across all of Syria. In phone conversations with his counterparts in the United Arab Emirates, Jordan, Iraq, and Algeria, the foreign minister emphasized the importance of rallying regional and international support for Syria during its transitional phase. He called for initiating an inclusive political process that involves all segments of the Syrian population under Syrian ownership and free from external interference to pave the way for the return of stability to Syria. Minister of Foreign Affairs Badr Abdulati has emphasized the ministry's commitment to supporting Egyptian citizens in Australia. During a virtual meeting with the Egyptian community there, he outlined efforts to enhance consular services by digitizing processes, improving efficiency, and organizing consular missions to various cities across Australia. The Egyptian Marine Survey Division has signed a technical agreement with the French Hydrography Directorate in the fields of navigation and marine hydrography, in the presence of Admiral Ashraf Atwa, commander of the Egyptian Navy. Oceanography, as well as explore future cooperation opportunities to enhance the operational capabilities of both parties. Egypt's permanent representative to the United Nations, Ambassador Osama Abdel Khail, announced on Saturday that the United Nations General Assembly has re-elected Egypt to the Peacebuilding Commission for the 2025-2026 term. He highlighted that the re-election reflects confidence in Egypt's prominent role in peace-building efforts, both regionally and globally, especially with the comprehensive review of the UN's peace-building framework in 2025. Abdel Khale added that Egypt will play a key role in shaping future peace initiatives and securing sustainable financing for peace-building efforts across Africa. Assistant Minister of Foreign Affairs for Multilateral Affairs and International Security, Ambassador Amra Gowli, has conducted a round of consultations on multilateral affairs and international security with the Permanent Secretary of the Kenyan Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Affairs, Korir Singoi. The Assistant Foreign Minister discussed key negotiation and consultation processes scheduled for next year within multilateral frameworks, focusing on international peace and security, including peacekeeping and peace building, disarmament, digital issues such as cybersecurity and artificial intelligence, food security, migration, and refugees. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has held a meeting attended by Hassan Abdullah, the Governor of the Central Bank, and Ahmed Kojak, Minister of Finance, to ensure the availability of reserves of various goods and products. The Prime Minister's spokesman, Councillor Mohammed Al-Humusani, stressed that the provision of reserves of goods and products is achieved through the great efforts exerted by the Central Bank and the government, along with its ministries and relevant agencies. He also praised the continued coordination between officials of monetary and financial policies. Egypt's Minister of Defense, Abdelmajid Saqr, has visited an airbase accompanied by Chief of Staff Ahmed Khalifa, military commanders and army leaders. During the visit, he held discussions with army pilots on strategic planning and executing duties aimed at safeguarding Egypt's airspace and ensuring security in various situations. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has announced the launch of a new initiative titled Your Home in Egypt, aimed at providing Egyptians abroad with opportunities to acquire premium residential units that meet their needs and strengthen their connection to the homeland. Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs for Migration and Egyptian Affairs Abroad, Ambassador Nabil Habashi, stated that this initiative aims to offer housing units that meet the needs of Egyptians abroad, with payments made in foreign currencies. This will benefit Egyptians abroad, with simultaneously contributing to increasing the country's foreign currency reserves. Egypt's Ministry of Social Solidarity, led by Maya Morsi, has delivered 68 apartments valued at 38.6 million Egyptian pounds to orphans across 6 governorates: Luxor, Giza, Cairo, Munufiyah, Damietta and Suez between September and December. In June, Minister Morsi announced the purchase of 1,023 apartments for orphans, totaling £400 million, and stated that an additional 1,307 are currently being acquired. These homes are designed to support orphans transitioning out of care once they turn 21. Minister of Military Production has met with Minister of Housing, Sharif Sherbini, to discuss the progress of the Decent Life initiative. The discussions focused on water and sanitation projects managed by production companies. The initiative includes 691 projects across various governorates, with a significant portion already completed. Both ministers emphasized the importance of coordinating efforts to accelerate project completion, ensure high-quality standards, and benefit millions of citizens, particularly in rural areas. Chairman of the Consumer Protection Agency, Ibrahim Sigini, has announced the launch of the Regulated E-Commerce Initiative, aimed at addressing growing concerns over unregulated practices in Egypt's e-commerce industry. El Sigini emphasized the significance of this initiative in addressing ongoing issues impacting consumer rights, particularly following the recent Black Friday shopping season. Vice Chairman of the Egyptian Drug Authority, Yassin Rajai, has stated that Egypt is the first African country to officially receive the Level 3 maturity certificate for medicines and vaccines. This is in accordance with the World Health Organization's classification for national regulatory bodies. Rajai added that this achievement will attract increased investments to the Egyptian pharmaceutical market. He affirmed that the Egyptian pharmaceutical industry has become robust, with the market now considered one of the largest in the Middle East and Africa. This growth drives the Egyptian state to continuously keep pace with developments in the pharmaceutical sector. Head of the Technical Secretariat of the National Alliance for Civilian and Development Action and Deputy Head of the Alliance's Technical Secretariat have visited DP World in Dubai. The visit was part of a follow-up on the cooperation protocol signed between DP and the Alliance in October 2024. The protocol primarily aims to promote partnership in the field of civil development work. The Ministry of Electricity has stated that Egypt and Saudi Arabia are making tremendous efforts to complete the Egyptian-Saudi electricity interconnection project with the aim of starting pilot operations and connecting to the unified network by next summer. Minister of Electricity Mahmoud Esmat has met with his Saudi counterpart Abdulaziz bin Salman to discuss ways to strengthen cooperation in the energy sector, explore new opportunities in electricity storage and renewable energy, and review progress on the implementation of the electrical interconnection project between the two countries. Egypt's Minister of Industry and Transport, Kamil El-Wazir, has met with the Port Said Governor, Moheb Habashi, and investors to discuss the challenges facing the industrial areas in the governorate. Minister El-Wazir emphasized the importance of ensuring that all industrial areas are properly planned and called for inspection visits to factories to verify compliance with industrial licensing requirements. Minister of Communications and Information Technology Amr Talat has announced that the ministry is continuing to form partnerships with global companies in the outsourcing sector. He added that Egypt currently has 200 specialized outsourcing centers with plans to increase that number. Egypt is set to finalize 2 agreements with Bahrain and the UAE in early 2025, aiming to drastically reduce customs clearance times for imports and exports to just a few hours. Deputy Minister of Finance for Tax Policies, Sharif Kilani, stated that the agreements will involve reciprocal visits between the countries to review customs systems and establish a list of approved companies. These selected companies will benefit from expedited customs procedures, allowing goods to clear within hours without following standard clearance protocols. These are all the news we have for now, but here's a reminder of the stories we've been covering. President Sisi reviews the progress on civil aviation development and modernization of airport infrastructure. Prime Minister Madbouli holds a meeting to ensure the availability of reserves of goods and products. And Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati reaffirms Egypt's support for Syria's sovereignty and stability. These are all the Egyptian news we have for now, but please stay tuned and updated by following Q News for the latest developments. Thank you for joining us.